Hello amigos, RadiShineAmigo and welcome back to more Crash Bandicoot Fusion. Last part we started off the game. We did a couple of mini games. The last one we did was the tank mini game, which is by far my least favourite mini game in this game. However, the next mini game also isn't so great. The next mini game, you have like this weird helicopter that you shoot, and then you got stuff that drops down. Well, you shoot with the helicopter, you don't shoot the helicopter. So yeah, you got here, you got move and shoot. You move the helicopter up and down to shoot these tanks. And if you miss them, then you got to lift up the little pod that Crash is sitting in. And the objective is to destroy 30 of the tanks. If you avoid them, then it doesn't count as destroying them. If you let one of them touch Crash, then boom, you're dead. Game over. Start again. These, they're not like, I'm sorry, 20. I said 30, didn't I? Now, these ones are okay, I guess. But I'll get more into it when we play another one. Hello there, I'm Moneybags. Welcome to my shop. I have trading cards. So yeah, this is another way you can get your trading cards by going to Moneybags. Just everyone's favourite Spyro character. And this time he doesn't seem to want gems, apparently. He wants Wumpa Fruit. Okay. I guess he's gonna sell the fruit for gems, because usually he just wants the gems. Or maybe he's sick of getting the gems, because Spyro takes them all back. Who knows? Either way, yeah, you can view like the trading cards. I'm just showing it off. Like, ooh, mystery crate, TNT. We really need trading cards for these outline box. The ones that aren't the items are a little bit better, like the characters and the enemies and stuff. Weightlifting Crash. Another thing is, I just showed it off there actually. If you get free masks, you don't turn invincible in this game. Why? I don't know. Maybe they couldn't be bothered to program it. And we found another hidden card here. It's all good. I don't mind the exploring in the hub worlds to find the cards. Like, there is stuff in this game that I don't mind. It's just the package as a whole just doesn't really feel very like complete. It just feels like they made a bunch of like random mini games and like Flash, put them on a Game Boy Advance game, put them together, made a decent hub world, and just called it a day. I'm gonna be going into a particular one mini game in this part, and oh my god, it just feels exactly like a Flash game. I'll get to that when I get to that. You got these ones, so literally you've got these little like rubber ring floaty thing with like a jetpack on the back of it, and but try not to get stuck. And literally it's kind of got like tank controls in a sense. So you can move, but you mainly have to press the A button to like go forward. And our main objective is just breaking all the boxes. But of course you want to avoid all the obstacles as well. These ones are okay, but like the controls could be a lot better. And everything just looks the same. Like the whole of this game. Something I could get into explaining is the character designs. So a lot of the designs on the cards actually look different to the characters. And a lot of the character designs are more geared towards Crash Nitro Karts designs as opposed to the platformer Crash games designs. Like the design of the characters on the cards isn't like always the Nitro Kart designs though. Sometimes it's like a design from a different Crash game. It's a bit all over the place and it's inconsistent. I don't really get it. Now, this is actually the last game that actually uses like the older style of Crash designs. And I know like I mean, tag team racing kind of looks similar in a way, but there is like a distinct difference with the character designs that make it like it's more of like a middle ground between the classic designs, and obviously you've got Titans, but it doesn't really look like Titans, but it's like a next step of like making it look different, I guess. Now I believe, yeah, we've got everything, so now we're going to be entering a cutscene. I wonder where that last portal has brought us. Crash, I can see a castle. Over the chasm, look, a purple dragon. I wonder if it's the same kind of strange creature terrorizing the jungle. You must be another one of Ripto's creatures. You think you're just going to take over the world? How dare you? And yeah, they fight. Though apparently Aku Aku fell for this trick, and as we know, like Spyro the dragon that can breathe fire has to throw Molotovs, right? That's how this works. And you know, Crash works the same way. So literally, you just throw Molotovs at each other. You can repair like the areas that you destroy, but you basically have to make them fall down, and then that's it. And then they're like, oh, actually, let's try talking. Oh, looks like you're not a bad guy after all. Yeah, the plot's kind of silly in this game. I'm not gonna like harp on it too much, though, because honestly, it's like it's a crossover game. It doesn't really. I feel like the plot isn't as important if you play a crossover game. It should be more about the gameplay. Obviously, the gameplay's still bad, but the story is just—it's kind of silly, and I feel like it kind of works. I guess it's I mean, it's a little bit too silly for my liking, but I don't mind it as much. It's just there, and that's okay. Now, you always get that card for beating Spyro. You always get the Dingo Dial card. So yeah, that's the first world. Hi Crash, I see you've managed to meet up with Spyro. I hope you two didn't get into a misunderstanding. This is the professor. He's helping us. Well, you could have told us that sooner, Coco. And yeah, this is the professor from Spyro's universe. And we've got all the Spyro characters and the Crash characters all working together now. Which is, I guess, that's all fun. Alright, let's go. Of course, Crash doesn't talk, so all we hear is, wow. So yeah, this is the ice world of the game. The literal, like, only change is really, like, the aesthetics. And that's, like, about it. I guess, like, you have these little, slidey ice platforms. But when you get to the actual levels, like, some of them will still be the same type of levels in the first world anyway, so. Okay, so this was the minigame I was talking about. This minigame is basically that little helicopter flash minigame. Like, no joke. You know the minigame where you click on your mouse, and if you click on the mouse, the helicopter goes up, and if you let go, the helicopter goes down. This is exactly the same, except you're using it with the A button instead. Like, it's stuff like we're technically, what would have been like ideal for this game, and bear in mind, it's not just this game. Like, I could say the same like for Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games, for example. Which on this game's plus side, at least this game doesn't make them go to the Olympics. So I guess this game, despite being shittier than Mario and Sonic Olympic Games, at least it has a better idea. But my point is, why didn't they have it so Crash is in 2D versions of Spyro levels, so it still plays like Crash, but you collect gems, you break the little chests that Spyro has, you know, and then just add like a little twist to it so it feels more like Spyro than Crash, and then have it so when you play as Spyro, it plays like the, I guess because it's Game Boy Advance, it'd have to be the isometric Spyro games. So play like that, but have it more laid out like a Crash game. Which I mean, I guess that could still work, because you had the the ball levels in Wrath of Cortex, which are kind of isometric, and those worked fine. So just have it like that, but have it so you're not on a ball and you're not rolling around everywhere. You're just moving around, you know. Spyro, my boy. Except we're playing as Crash. So Crash, my boy. So yeah, with this mini game, you basically just time your A press, and then depending on how far the bar feels on the right, depends on how much it spins, and then what you get is just completely luck based. So yeah. And pretty much all you win out of those is like cards and stuff, and woo! We've got lab assistants appearing now, which is cool. Don't remember seeing any lab assistants in the previous one. It was just like those monsters. So it's starting to feel a bit more like Crash, which again, it's just weird. Like, it's a Spyro crossover. Like, make it feel more like Spyro, you know? I honestly don't know what else to say. This game is terrible. Maybe this is why I just didn't end up recording uploading this game, because like, okay, we've got another one of these missions. Oh, here's something new I could talk about. There's a new power up in this game, and it's Crash's pants or shorts. They change color. Guess what that does? They change color. Like, there's literally no other reason. Like, it doesn't do anything else in this game. All it does is change the color of Crash's shorts. And it doesn't even change it once you get out of the level. It's only for the level. That's literally all it does. It doesn't, like, I don't know, give your shorts extra enhanced abilities. So, I don't know, you could, like, fart on enemies. I don't know. It doesn't do anything. It just changes the aesthetic. Like, what's the point? Another one of these polar levels. Literally, it's just like the last one, make it to the end. I guess the aesthetic fits a bit more now because it's snow themed, like the ones in Crash 2. Whereas the one we played in the first world didn't actually have a snow theme to it. Which, there's another thing that's kind of weird about this game, is everything, like, it feels like everything in the world has to fit the aesthetic. But that's not what Crash does. The first Crash game kind of did it, but at the same time it drifted out of it towards the end of the game. So like, once you get to the second island, you'd still be on an island, but they change it up so there'd be like a bridge in the sky, or the ruins and stuff. And then obviously Crash 2 and 3, they just change it like completely. You'd be like on a mountain with bees, or in a sewer. Then Crash 3's case, you've got the medieval levels, you've got the Great Wall of China, you've got underwater levels, you've got space levels, you know? Like, you wouldn't have a warp room, and then all 5 levels in a warp room wouldn't be the exact same type of level. No, they're all different. They've all got their own different themes, and this game doesn't really do that, and it makes it feel a bit more like Mario in a sense, instead of Crash. I don't know why I'm going backwards at the moment. I can't really remember what I'm doing here. I'm probably looking for a card, maybe. Or I just felt like looking at Crash's death animation. Which, I think there's only one death animation in this whole game. So if I did a death animation video for this, it'd be like the easiest thing in the world. But I'm not going to do that. Now, I believe there's a lower pathway down here. Oh, we've got the seals. Well, one of them anyway. Yeah, and this lower pathway leads us to most likely a trading card. But, well, we'll find out. I guess we'll probably find out next time. Maybe I'll find it right at the end here. Anyway, in the next episode of Crash Fusion, we'll be heading to this level that I just found. So, I'll see you then.